Welcome to the Amanda Show. It's a pleasure to have you here this evening, Miss Ruby Thewes.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, let's get started. How about you tell us a little bit about your mother?
Well, I've never had the pleasure of meeting her because she passed away while giving birth to me.
Well, I am so sorry to hear that. That is such a shame. What about your father? Do you know him, a relationship today with him?
Well, when I was younger, my father was what you'd call a drunk. Although he has changed his ways and took on music now instead of drinking.
Well, that's wonderful that he stopped, drinking so much. Well, does that mean that you had a rough childhood?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I lived in a small cabin with no floors, and it might as well have had no roof. I say that because I would wake up in the early winter mornings and have an inch of snow on my quilt when I would wake up. And my bed was more of like a shelf. And then I had slept on an old tick-floor mattress that I had stuffed with dried moss.
Do you have any memories that you're fond of, that you appreciate today?
I don't have a great many good memories, but the fondest of them would have to be the night that I got my nightgown stuck in the thicket while going down the trail. And I couldn't get home. I was going home from Miss Swinger's house eating some good old bean soup. It was good that night, too. And my nightgown got stuck on a blackthorn briar. I was so scared that a wolf was going to get me, I called for help, but no one came. Except for this voice. It's really hard to describe, but it was like someone was there. And this voice, it helped calm me down. And the next morning, the fisherman came and he helped set me free.
The next morning? That means you only went home the next morning. What did your father have to say about that?
He didn't even notice I was gone, and I said nothing about it.
Well, I have a question. Why were you wearing your nightgown coming home from dinner? Don't you just sleep in a nightgown?
Well, my nightgown was all that I had to wear, so every day I wore it, no matter what the time.
Did you attend schooling growing up ever?
No, ma'am, I didn't even read or write, nor have I ever went to school. When I was 21, I believe, Miss Ada started reading to me classical literature.
Oh, Miss Ada, how did you meet Miss Ada?
Well, Miss Swinger, who I've known since I was small, told me that she needed some help. So I went on the farm and talked to Miss Ada, and she said, Miss Swinger is right, I do need help. And I was eager to get started.
What, did you work for Miss Ada because you were in need of the money?
Money's not it. Same as I said then, I'm not exactly looking to hire her out.
Oh. Well, what kind of work did you do?
We did plowing, planting, harvesting, wood cutting, and the like.
Sounds like a lot of work for two young ladies.
No. I'm a firm believer that women can do anything that a man can, and possibly even better.
Wow. Well, when did you learn so much about farming?
Well, my father was never home, and he was always out drinking, and I would go outside and learn much about the natural world.
Well, I guess that worked out, sort of. Did Miss Ada play a major role in your life?
Absolutely. She had a major influence on me. Over time, our friendship grew stronger and stronger. So strong, it was as if we were like sisters. We both worked together on her father's farm.
Well, wow, you two are just smart and talented women. Are you and Miss Ada still friends to this day?
Yes, ma'am. We're actually still living together and work on the farm together.
Wow. Is it just the two of you, or have you been lucky enough to find the man that you wanted to marry?
Yes, ma'am, I have. I've married a man called Reed. He's from Georgia.
How did you both meet?
We met through my father. Him and Reed both made music together, and when I met him, we eventually fell in love. And we have 3 wonderful boys,
Wow.
each 18 months apart,
Wonderful.
and they're a great help on the farm.
Well, your life started out rough, but it seems that things just turned out to work wonderfully for you. I'm so happy for you to have been here today, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.